The game begins with Lemon pushing the high field of the Axis, however Volksgrenadiers from Levit manage to drive them off. Meanwhile, Storm Pioneers decap the southern field, however they overstay their welcome and are soon shortly destroyed by the overwhelming force of the Allies. Levit's Volksgrenadier managed to keep the territory neutral in the south, however sneaky cap by CieZ's conscript decaps the field in the north. Right as the Volksgrenadier are about to cap the southern field, a massed infantry push from Lemon drives them off. CieZ's scout car with Pinos then drives forward but is taken out by machine gun fire in the Faust, but this allows the Pinos to get behind the machine gun and are only forced away when the Sturm officer pops his forced retreat on them. The disruption allows Lemon's infantry to begin decapping the point. Only a combined force of a 221 and infantry drives the Allies away, but not before they manage to decap the point. Axis vehicle dominance does not last long, however. Lemon's captain combined with an AT grenade managed to take out the 222 with ease. To make matters worse, the forward Schwerpanzer headquarters finds itself being sieged by 57mm anti-tank guns and 120mm mortars. While Tristan's Grenadiers do manage to put a number on Lemon's anti-tank guns, the Allies still manage to take out the Schwerpanzer headquarters before it can produce too many units. Fighting back against this, Tristan calls in strafing runs to pin down Lemon's infantry. He then deploys a Panzerwerfer and starts firing on CieZ's 120mm mortars, putting a heavy toll on them. Despite these setbacks, the Axis actually managed to push down into the southern field of the Allies. Levit then puts most of their resources into a King Tiger. It makes its way into the front and pushes into Allied lines, but P-47s and marked target make short work of its help. A lucky penetrating hit from the Jackson then takes out the King Tiger, taking out most of Levit's resources with minimal gain. Taking over the King Tiger's role, Tristan's Tiger begins pushing down into the south for the Allies' field. In a wise move, Tristan then pulls back the Tiger as two T-34-85 tanks from CieZ reach the field. Pushing on to the flanks, the Tiger finds itself with two T-34-85s and a Jackson. Combined with a P-47 airstrike and marked target, there's little option but for the Tiger to fall back to survive. Be it both unfortunately and fortunately, the Tiger gets abandoned right outside the high field by the P-47s that the Allies do not take note of. With the T-34-85s meeting no competition, CieZ is free to pick off the squads of Levit. It's not till the Tiger returns back to the field that the T-34-85s no longer have free reign on the flanks. The Axis find themselves being pushed back by the Allies, along with airborne squads from Lemon decapping the VP to the north and harassing caches built by Tristan. While Levit does rebuild his King Tiger, the Axis find himself constantly out of position by CieZ's T-34-85s outmaneuvering them on the flanks. Having amassed a large armored force, the Allies make a move on the Axis heavy tanks. Using all their armor at their disposal, they overwhelm the Axis heavies, who do not have the proper support they need to fend off such a wave of armor. With little to hold back the tide, the Axis then call the game on Minsk Pocket, leaving this victory in the hands of CieZ.